One of the most requested videos from you guys since college football dropped is to do a Budget Beast video on College Ultimate Team. Well, we did it. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Aquan for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Notification bell on, comment down below. Noti Gang. Also, guys, an absolutely massive day on Underdog. If you guys have not already checked it out using code ZERK, or if you do sign up using code ZERK, the code ZERK exclusive special is either live right now when you guys are watching this video, or is going to be going up very, very soon. And not just that, if you guys sign up on Underdog using code ZERK, you also will get these two specials, LeBron and Jokic 0.5. Pick which one you want to use by July 28th, and you will also get another 0.5 special. And if you use code ZERK, you'll get another 0.5 special. So 3 0.5 specials for those of you guys that have signed up using code ZERK. As I said, maybe live right now, or we'll be live very, very soon. You'll get that third one. I do want to let you guys know that I have been doing Budget Beast videos for years, okay? Years. This is by far and away the hardest one I've ever had to do. The reason for that is, number one, there's no database. In years past, we've had a database to look at, mutt.gg. I can go in there, filter by position, filter by whatever I want to go by, right? There is no database as of the moment I'm recording this video. CFB.fan is actually the site that will have a database, but it's currently not live yet. And then the catalog does not show every single card. You guys can see doesn't have the 75 through 79s or the 70 through 74s, which the majority of cards, all the cards actually in this video, are going to be 75 to 79 overalls, simply because right now 80 overalls, there is a price floor, right? So 80 overalls, the absolute cheapest they can be is 19,200 coins. I feel like right now, that's too high of a budget. So just so you know, every card in this video is under 20K. Now, with that being said, though, I do have to mention this because, guys, this Budget Beast video is not going to be like any Budget Beast video I've ever made before. A lot of years in the past, we've had players that were 76, 77, 78 overalls, whatever, that you could get that had 82 speed, 83 speed. That is not the case this year, okay? So there are very specific positions that I'm going to tell you right now, there really just aren't any Budget Beasts for. And the reason for that is every player in the game, you will not find a stat higher than their overall. So like this 72 overall running back right here, you're not going to find a stat over 72. That's the cap. That's just the way they did it this year, which is, of course, the beginning of the year makes a lot of cards very, very similar. But for certain positions, I know you're thinking right now of like running back, receiver, whatever. Don't worry about it. There definitely still are some Budget Beasts, but they're not super, super fast. I'll tell you that. With that being said, let's get into this. By the way, in case you guys are curious as to how I found out about these Budget Beasts then, I literally had to filter down by every position and basically go through all the stats on every single card. So if you could drop a like in the video, like I said, this was by far and away the hardest Budget Beast video I've ever made in my entire life. Drop a like in the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Starting off, guys, we have the quarterbacks. Now, again, there's basically no abilities in the game, especially on these lower overall cards. There are on some of the higher elites. Starting off, though, Childs. As I said, you will not find a card with higher than 79 on a 79 overall, right? But this is a really good QB. Now, I know we have the free Will Howard. You guys might have Joe Burrow, but if you don't have those cards, there are some solid QBs out there. And Aiden Childs, 78 speed, 78 excel. Scrambling quarterbacks here, they're crazy, okay? 78 throw power, basically 78 everything for his accuracies as well. 78 change direction, 74 juke move. Incredible card. And of course, right now, as I'm doing this video, there's only one up for 59,000 coins. When I was going through and making this video, there were some up for way, way cheaper than that. So yeah, just wait a little bit. Another one is Daquan Finn. He's up for 18,600 coins. He's basically very similar to Childs, just 77 speed and 77 basically everything instead of 78s. And the same thing goes for Jace right here, 77 speed, 77 throw power, 77 short, 77 acceleration. Definitely some decent quarterbacks if you don't have like Will Howard or the Burrow. And we get into the running backs. And guys, with the running backs, this is the position where you're like, all right, I kind of need speed. Now, there is, of course, the free Nick Singleton you guys can get from the Field Pass. There's the Donovan Edwards from the pre-order packs, all of that. So when it comes to running back in particular, and also you'll see with wide receivers, I kind of went more so for body frame, right? Because weight does matter a lot, height as well at certain positions. Benjamin Hall is the biggest running back that I could find that fits the budget. He's only 12,000 coins, and then also has 78 speed or 79 speed. He's 78 speed, 78 excel, 234 pounds, 78 truck, 75 break tackle. He's obviously not going to be a big breakaway back for you, but with that weight, the 78 trucking, This is actually a very, very solid goal line back for you. Someone that's going to be able to punch it to get the first downs, to get the touchdowns as well. That's the best I can find a running back, really. Now, at wide receivers, like I said, you're not going to find one that has higher than 79 speed at most, but I actually found like 78 speed wide receivers. However, when it comes to these cards, I really looked again for height, right? You want to get the biggest receivers possible if you can't get the fastest ones. 6'3", 205 pounds, 78 speed, 78 excel, solid route running as well, and then he does also have 75 juke move, 69 break tackle, 53 run block, 6'3". And then also I found this card, Campbell, going for 12,000 coins. He is 6'4", 78 speed, 78 excel, 77 and 76, well 75 for the route running, 61 trucking, 55 run block, 76 juke move, and 68 break tackle. Like I said, you're just not going to find like mid 80 speed receivers this year that are 78, 77 overall. It's not going to happen. So if you're going to go cheaper at wide receiver, you obviously want to go for height. Now at tight end though, I actually found some pretty good ones, to be honest. I feel like tight end's kind of one of the better budget positions because a 79 speed tight end right now is still pretty good. 79 speed, 70 run blocking too, 6'6", 252 pounds, and 79 acceleration. He does also have 72 juke move. Obviously, not going to get very crazy there, but this was the best budget tight end I was able to find. 6'6", 250, 79 speed, 70 run blocking. By far the best I found. Also, I do want to mention one thing. I'm not going to cover offensive line because, to be honest, beginning of the year, O-linemen, especially between like 75 to 79 overalls, there's not much of a difference in between them. It really does not matter who you pick up there. Maybe you get lucky and find a guard with good speed, whatever. There's really not crazy enough of a difference there for me to even cover them. Defensive line, though, I'll tell you guys this right now. I feel like at defensive end, this is where the budget beasts are. And to me, this is probably my #1 budget beast that I found, okay? Demon Clowney. Now, you're probably thinking the first thing that I thought too, is this Jadeveon Clowney's brother? It's not Jadeveon's brother, it's actually his cousin, and the stats are crazy. 79 speed, 79 acceleration, 77 strength, 75 power move, 75 finesse move, 250 pounds. This may be the #1 budget beast in the game. He is 12,000 coins. And I will tell you, before I even put out this video, I tweeted about this card because I was asked if this was, Clowney's brother or something. And a couple of you guys already have this card and said that he's actually been playing like amazing for you. And I can't lie, I actually may end up picking up this card too. It's 79 speed and a 79 overall. That is a budget beast. Some other budget cards I was able to find, though, we do also have Zirksee Fisher, who's only 4,800 coins. He's 262 pounds, 77 block shed, 73 speed, 77 excel, also 75 power move and finesse move, so pretty solid in the run game, and 4,000 coins. And another 79 speed demon that you can get it right in. If you just want to go with straight up speed, here you go. 79 speed, 79 excel, 71 block shed, 78 finesse move. I feel like a lot of you guys are about to pick up Foreman and Clowney, and that's going to be your defensive ends. With defensive tackles, there's only really a couple that I found, and with DTs, they're not fast at all, okay? You really want to go with weight, try to get the biggest DT you can, and also block shed. That's kind of the way I look at it, especially when you're going kind of budget. Get the big guys and also get block shed. We have Jay Toya with 62 speed, 325 pounds, 76 block shed, 76 power move. Joshua Farmer right here, who's a little bit smaller, 318 pounds, so 7 pounds less, but he has 64 speed, 75 excel, 79 power move, 77 finesse move, and 71 block shed. And then finally, Darius Alexander, he's 310 pounds, but he's 67 speed with 74 excel, 79 strength, 79 block shed, 79 power move, so the lightest of the 3 DTs, but 67 speed and still with 79 strength, block shed, and power move, and he's 12,000 coins. Oh, at outside linebacker, TJ Zirksee, 75 speed, 79 acceleration, 77 finesse move, and 71 block shed. One thing I do want to mention, you guys, when it comes to the outside linebacker market especially, you probably just don't want to have pass coverage guys, right? I don't think you really want to have too many middle speed, outside linebackers out there, 75 speed, 76 speed. You probably don't want to do it, and also their zone coverage isn't going to be very good. I'd rather have guys who have like 75, 76, 77 finesse move on the field than guys who have like 75 zone. Donnie Hodges is another player, 78 speed, 79 acceleration. He has 70 block shed and 72 finesse move. Again, though, good speed for a pass rusher, someone to contain the edge. And finally, Tony Rojas, who's going for 5,000 coins. He has 77 speed, 77 excel, 70 power move, and 70 block shed. And at middle linebackers, guys, I tried to find the biggest guys that I could that also had maxed out speed. We have Cade Olave with 79 speed, 79 excel, 6'1", 240 pounds, does have 79 hit power as well, agility of a 76, change of direction of a 72. And then Sean Murphy, who is 6'2", 79 speed, 79 acceleration, 70 block shed, 78 hit power, 78 agility, and 74 change of direction. Now, I went over, defensive linemen, I went over linebackers. I'm going to tell you guys right now, especially when it comes to secondary, I don't really think there is anybody for me to recommend you guys. Because again, these 75 to 79 overall players, they're never going to have higher than 79 speed. And unless you guys are going to be sitting in cover 2 the entire game with them set at exact, drops, just depth drops, I don't really think I would recommend you guys even try that. I really don't. I feel like the best option you guys have when it comes to cornerbacks and even safeties as well, because there's just too many fast receivers in the game. Offensively, you can get away with it, right? Using a 78 speed receiver, there's things you can do. Defensively, if you have a 78, 79 speed corner and your opponent has an 82 speed, 83 speed receiver, you're cooked. It just is what it is, right? You absolutely need to have these 80 overall players, which they, of course, are 27K, 30,000 coins. The secondary is going to be, I feel like, the biggest issue when it comes to budget beasts, but at least when it comes to pass rushers, even outside linebackers, and maybe you can get away with it with some of the middle linebackers I did mention, that's maybe okay, but when it comes to secondary, unfortunately so, guys, there's just really not much to do about it. If you want to go out there, take a look at some of those 75 to 79 safeties and corners. They all have very similar stats. And then eventually, just save up your coins. I did post a coin making method today. You can check that video out to help you get some coins. Start to work your way up. Get into these lower overalls, these, low 80s safeties and cornerbacks, which in my opinion, I guess, that's probably the position you want to be spending your coins on right now, just simply because you need the speed of that secondary. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like in the video, and of course, hit that sub button down below. Let me know down below what you guys think about the Budget Beast. I definitely feel like there are quite a few very, very good options. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.